Hello everybody, my name is Troy Robichaud with the EWG Mercury, and today I'm here to talk to you about silent study. Although 24 unique PLTs are currently available, 320 students are in the silent study PLT. Mr. Kundazi is the person who schedules every PLT and sends out all the information about them. Today, we're going to be going into the minds of the student body and finding out what Mr. Kundazi thinks.
As Troy said, there are 24 PLTs, but only 320 students are actually in the Silent Study PLT. Today, I'm going to be interviewing Anthony Hemford and Trent Taylor to get their thoughts on Silent Study, because it seems like really the 320 students prefer to actually go in and work on their homework rather than being in another PLT. So Anthony, my first question is, what do you use this time for?
I use it to work on any homework that I have for any classes, or just to get extra help with teachers whenever I need it.
What do you do in Silent Study?
I usually be quiet and do my homework or any makeup work for any classes.
I just use it for homework, but then, I finish real quick, so I just kind of go on my phone, like listen to music,
Yeah, any work you haven't finished in class, usually complete it in Silent Study.
What made you pick this PLT?
I chose it because I would like to have the option to have more help with teachers that I really need help with, and gives me extra time to do homework. That way I don't have to do it at home, and I can work on anything I really want to in that class.
Just so I don't have to do homework most of the days and get all my stuff done, so I can have more free time at my house.
I didn't choose it, man. I got stuck in it after I went to go get some other things, right? And they just stuck me into a Silent Study, but I don't mind it.
How do you think you could use this time more productively, like instead of sitting on your phone, or the kids that are sitting on their phones in the Silent Study? What could they do, in your opinion, to make Silent Study more productive?
Reach out to any teacher that you need help with, or the teacher that you have for Silent Study. See if you have any work to do at all for any classes. That way you're utilizing your time very effectively.
If they just complete everything and finish their work.
I guess I could, go to other classes and, do, extra work or something.
It sounds like some students are making the best use of their time in silent study, and some have even implied they were put in there against their will. So, to get a different perspective of silent study, we get a special interview with Mr. Kundazi, whose schedule is the nighttime block. Hello, this is Troy Robichaud with the EWG Mercury, here with a special guest, Mr. Kundazi. Say hello.
Hello, everybody.
So today, we're here to ask Mr. Kundazi some questions about nighttime and silent study, since he schedules everything. So, my first question to you is, how do you schedule nighttime, and when do you put people in silent study?
So, let me start by saying that my idea here is that I want to put every student in something that they chose. So every student gets to fill out a form, and in that form they get a first or second choice, and they can choose either a PLT or a silent study. So of course, if you choose a silent study, you always get into the silent study. But if you choose a PLT, you may get into it, but if you don't, because it's oversubscribed, I look at your second choice, and if that's full too, then I have the students come down and they get a third choice. But that's only if they followed the rules. So the only people that end up in silent study that didn't necessarily choose to be there are those that chose something that they put the first and second choice the same, they're told not to do that, or you tried to sign up for 12th grade gym when you're not a 9th grader or something like that. So most people get what they want eventually.
So my second question to you is, what do you think about silent study as a program in general and its effectiveness?
So I think it varies tremendously by student and by teacher. So first, there are some students I know absolutely use it effectively to get their homework done, get all their studying done. They don't have anything to do at home. Other students just go in and they just relax or play on their phones. And that is also depends on the teacher. Some teachers are very on top of the kids, and they're like, no, I know you have this or that or the other thing. But some teachers are more laissez-faire and just let the kids go. So I think that really one of the big benefits of the silent study is it gives time for kids to make stuff up that they've missed. We don't have late buses anymore, so if you miss a test or something like that, or a lab, it's a great opportunity to get that stuff done.
Great answer. So my final question to you is, how do you think we could change nighttime and silent study in order to make it more effective and just improve it in general?
So as far as nighttime changing, I think we're pretty good. We are actually going to start incorporating, we're going to start allowing some 8th graders to come up to some of the activities, which I think might be an improvement. As far as the silent study, I am working on something now that I think about it, about silent study where, like a bulletin board where teachers can put down that kids might have work, right? So in other words, if you're in silent study, right, and the teacher says to you, hey, you have anything to do? And you're like, oh, no, I don't. But they could be like, look on there and say, oh, no, Mr. Quindazzi said you have an essay to write or something like that. I also feel like I would really prefer that it was started at 1:37 and went for 45 minutes after that, but that really is never going to happen just for budgetary reasons and stuff like that. But that, because I want to have our instructional day be back longer, but it's pretty good the way it is.
Well, thank you for the great interview. Do you have any final words you would like to say to the people watching the EWG Mercury at home?
Yeah, actually I do. So, in the forms when I send them out to kids, I always ask kids, like, do you have an idea for a PLT that you would like? And I've had some great suggestions, some somewhat silly, some serious. Best suggestion, I say, is preparing for the zombie apocalypse. Shout out to Becca Kilday. And then I had another one that was competitive cooking. Maybe we can get Miss Setapane to do that. But kids have suggested stuff. One was for American Sign Language, so we ended up doing that. So I encourage people to fill that out. Like, maybe a teacher will see it and be like, oh, yeah, cool, I'll do that for you.
Absolutely. Well, thank you for the great interview. We're going to send it back to you. It seems that students are in the silent study PLT use it for homework, but there are some students who don't do this. From our interview with both students and Mr. Quindazzi, it's apparent to see the current system is flawed due to kids who are not willing to do work, turning some silent study periods into an almost free block. Overall, the silent study PLT is beneficial, but could be improved greatly.
Thank you for watching.